Okay, so it is on video, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so it's page 394. It's lesson 5, the triangle inequality theorem. It is lesson 5.5. Okay? And this, like I said, this kind of goes along with the last section we talked about, where you can choose an angle or sides based on the size of in the triangle. The triangle inequality theorem is on page 394. The triangle inequality theorem. It says the sum of the lengths of any two sides, the sum of the lengths of any two sides, I'll write that better, two sides in a triangle must be greater than the third side. Sum of the lengths of any two sides in a triangle must be greater than the third side, the length of the third side. Okay? So, is each a triangle? So if I give you a question and I say, okay, let's say that I give you three sides of a possible triangle. We have 8 inches, we have 15 inches, and we have 17 inches. Okay, what this says is that if I add any of the two sides up, it better be greater than the third side. Okay, not equal to, but greater than. Okay, so 8 plus 15 is 23. Is 23 larger than 17?
Yes.
So 15 plus 17 is 20 or 32. That's larger than 8. And 8 and 17 are 25. That's larger than 15. So yes, this could be a possible triangle with these three sides. Okay? All right. Now let's take a look at this one. 2 feet, 8 feet, and 11 feet. Okay? All right. Well, if you look here, 2 plus 8 is 10, which is not larger than 11. So right off the bat, we don't have it larger than 11. So this is a new one. And it has to be all 3 combinations. It can't just be, you know, I mean, once you find one, you're done. Okay? But if you don't find one in the first one, it doesn't mean that it's automatically a triangle. Do you understand this? Okay. So my question is, if I gave you 2 sides of a triangle, could you find the third?
Yeah.
Or possibilities for the third? Okay, so I'm going to give you 2 sides. I'm going to say, okay, here's 2 sides. The question will say, what are the possibilities of the third side if 2 sides are given? All right, so we're going to talk about this. All right, let's say that I gave you 6 inches and 11 inches, okay? What are the possibilities for that third side?
18.
Only 18.
18
No.
or greater.
Well, it has to be 18 or greater.
Less.
No, it has to be greater than 18.
Greater than
Not-
18.
Not
Okay.
equal to.
All right, so you're saying it has to be
No,
greater
it
than...
can be equal to 18.
Okay, let's talk.
Oh, wait,
What's 6 plus 11?
17.
7, oh yeah, 17.
17, right? Okay, so if this was 18 inches, is that greater than 18?
No.
No, so it's not a triangle.
So
Right?
it's like 16 or less.
Oh,
So 16 would work, wouldn't it?
Anything
Let's
less.
say 16 would work, because this would be 17, and that is greater than 16. All right? What about 16.5 inches? Still work?
No. Yes, yes.
Yeah, because it's still.
What about 16.99?
yes.
Yeah.
Still works. So, tell me, Tell me, it has to be what?
Has to be less than the
It has to be less than 17. Could it be,
But it has to be greater
could it, oh, hold on a second. Could it be, keep that thought, could it be equal to 17?
No.
No. Because it says it must be greater than. And this is 17, and if it was 17, it would be equal to it. So that doesn't work. Now, Addie, you're going to add on.
Yeah,
Get it?
it has
Addie's
to
gonna add
be greater than, it has to be 6 or greater.
Okay, 6 or greater.
Yeah.
All right, let's say it was 6 inches. Okay, this would be 12, so it would be larger than that, right? This would be 17, and this would be 17. So it's good. What about 5? You're saying it couldn't be 5?
No, because 6 plus 5 equals 11.
All right, so could it be 5.5, Addie? What?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, because it's bigger than.
It could be 5.5, couldn't it?
Mhm.
So what is it greater than?
5.
5. So it's greater than 5. So the third side we'll call x. X equals the third side. The third side has to be between 5 and 17. So it could be a lot of different things. Why can't we just say, why do we have to say greater than 5? Why can't we say greater than 6?
Because it could be 6.
It could be 6.
It could be
Good.
a decimal.
Okay, it could be less than 6, couldn't it? It could be 5.3, right? The decimals can be in there, right? All right, so let's do it again. All right, only this time I'm going to give you 2 different numbers. All right, I'm going to give you 23 centimeters and 14 centimeters. Okay, so I want to know what are the possibilities for my third side.
Between 37.
What's the smallest it can be?
13.
He says it's 13. Do you agree with him?
You should.
Well, if I add these 2, I get 27. If I add these 2, I get over 13. If I add these 2, I think it'd be, I think it'd
Oh.
be smaller than 13. Couldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, anybody?
Yeah, wait.
9.
Could it be 9?
Okay. He says now 9. Has to be greater than 9 centimeters. All right. So, say it was 9.1. Okay.
That one.
9.1. 9.1 plus 20 or plus 14 is 23.1. So that works, doesn't it? So we know it has to be bigger than 9 centimeters.
And less
37.
And then less than what?
37.
37? Okay, centimeters. Let's see here. If we add those 2 up, we get 37. So it has to be less than 37, right? So it could be 36.9, right? So how are we getting these 2 numbers?
That one you kind of have to do some little bit of thinking.
You
For the
can
little one.
Well, wouldn't it be awesome if we could find a really quick way to do it?
subtract and add them.
Good one. Oh, that makes sense.
Look at that. We don't even have to think it through, do we? But it cannot be equal to 9, and it cannot be equal to 37. It has to be between them, doesn't it? All right. So let me give you one more. All right. Let me give you one more. Let's say that you have 13 centimeters. 13 centimeters and 9 centimeters. What's between? Well, if we subtract the
4
two,
and
4
24.
centimeters is less than our side, which is x, is less than
22.
22 centimeters. Okay, and that is correct. So that works out really nice, doesn't it? All right, and that's, guys, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to do page 397. Page 3. Yeah, this is something good to end the chapter on, isn't it? Page 397, we're gonna do number 6 through 17. However, they don't exactly tell you, they just say, now they threw some fractions in there, you know.
Really?
Really? Yes, they did. For example, number 11 there, Mr. Really, is 1/1/5 kilometers, 4.5 kilometers, and 3 3/4 kilometers. so, you know, obviously they don't have common denominators, so that's a lot of fun, right? Alright, so we're gonna add these two together, and that's 5, so that's larger than that, we don't even have to do that, do we? These two is 1 and 3 is 4, is 1/5 plus 3/4 is larger than 1/2, right? So we're good there. And then these two are 7, so we don't even have to do the math, we don't even have to do fractions, so Mr. Really, what's the answer? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So it does form a triangle. Okay. So, and they to ask you to explain, you don't have to explain, just tell me yes or no.
So the two that add up, they can't be equal to?
No, they have to be greater than the third side. Okay? Alright, and then 12 through 17, you just have to do what we just did here. Okay? And there are fractions there, so you'll have to do some addition, subtraction, fractions. Okay, you wanna shut me down, Josh?